beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
As I said in my retro history video, the driver would get a proper review. And that's what's happening right now. So rip it. This figure was released in 2000 with no original body parts. His entire body is that of the original His driver, with the exception of the waist, which is from Talking Cobra Commander. It's, a blue version of the His driver.
There's not that much more to say, really.
I mean, if you like the mold of that figure, you'll like this one. Honestly, I think I prefer this color scheme. It fits in better with Cobra's general look. To me, the His driver always looked like a cheap Crimson Guard knockoff with that light red. To the point where even the comic book artist got confused and used that design in the Crimson Guard's first appearance. Apart from the better colors, this figure's Cobra symbol is also unlikely to rub off. The His driver was notorious for its disappearing chest paint.
Anyway, let's look at the figure on its own.
The helmet sure is a unique design, something not uncommon with Cobra. Oh, and since this is a sculpt from 1983, the head only moves side to side, the neck isn't ball-jointed. The most eye-catching feature are the thigh-high boots. Now, that's a kinky look.
Hey, I ain't judging, I'm just pointing it out.
Overall, this is a pretty cool update of the His driver, even though it's a different character, but we'll get to that later, because there was another retail version made in 2021 for the retro history we talked about last week. So meet Rip It version 2. This one uses the modern body construction and is a repaint of a previous His driver. Due to that modern body, it's more spindly than the original. The figure also looks a lot more, I want to say, insect-like. Something the original had a bit of, but not as pronounced as this one. It kinda reminds me of a Power Ranger, but insect-themed, though in a creepier way than the Beetleborgs. I think it's because the head and torso look sorta hunched over. I can't say I'm a fan of the redesign, though it's not terrible.
And now we get to why you're all here. The character, starting not with the file card, but with the frickin' name.
Have they learned nothing from Skidmark? Sure, it's meant to mean tearing up the road or great speed or something, but that's not what anybody's gonna see. This is Fart Joke, the action figure, and you know it.
In this case, the name was also an in-joke, since Rip It's real name is Fred Booth.
And there was, and in fact still is, a Fred Booth working at Hasbro. At the time this figure came out, he was a project engineer for Boys Toys Engineering. He's still there as a senior director today.
I wonder if he farted a lot.
36 years working at Hasbro, and this is his legacy. Rip it! He must be so proud.
Anyway, let's talk about the character now, shall we?
He's mean, fearless, and loves to destroy things. He does have a tendency to lose his temper, but that's not the main thing on the card. No, the main takeaway is that he's an avid golfer.
No, I'm not kidding.
It's apparently required training for His drivers. It's supposed to help with analyzing similar battlefield problems. Not sure how that's supposed to be relevant, but you do you, Cobra. This is like when I found out Alice Cooper, yeah, this guy, is a professional golfer.
Well, that just about wraps it up.
Oh, for completeness sake, there was another figure made, but it was a convention exclusive that I don't have, so I can't really talk about it. And that was Rip It. A good first figure, and an okay modern one. Both with a name to rival Skidmark, though he is still the king of bad codenames as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?
Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.